A Fairfield man who fled from a courthouse in handcuffs after a jury convicted him of assaulting a young child was sentenced to 10 years in prison. That's according to the Morning Sentinel. A jury convicted 31-year-old Nicholas Carter of aggravated assault of a 14-month-old boy following a trial earlier this month. The newspaper reports Carter addressed the court before he was sentenced. He apologized to the victim and mother, as well as to the court, the town, and others for his attempted escape. Earlier this month, Carter tried to escape custody by running out of the Skowhegan courtroom. He was apprehended outside and is now charged with escape.